where he attacks when I'm in a bad position. Key to the Grove. Does it get surrounded? Sure does. But I do have a portal, so I can get out of here, and indeed... Oh, what a great time to portal just as he turns on his scroll of protection. So I bet he was fairly angry at that point. So here's another tip for you: never use a scroll of protection unless you are sure that your opponent cannot portal away from it. Otherwise you just wasted 200 gold. I generally save scrolls of protection for when I know my opponent has no portal, or when I'm attacking an expansion or a main, and obviously they can't really run away from the expansion or a main, or they lose their base, so they need to fight, and that's the best time to use those things. The same thing applies to all things that have a cooldown timer, like Infernal Stones and Doom Guards, etc. Try and use them when your opponent can't just run away from them. So he's attacking my main. Have I bought a portal? But I'm near enough, so I'm just going to run home to protect it. It's not a big deal to lose these buildings, really. I will have to rebuild them, but it's not a huge deal. Just try and get my units in a good position, keep the key for the Grove at the back, hopefully. I'm going to turn Tranquility on instantly, and I'm going to try and get that Dreadlord instantly in the air. Phew, so I got it in the air. I'm just going to experiment here to see how well Tranquility works versus a Frenzy army. I've got to try and keep that Dreadlord in the air. And I was actually mistakenly thinking that if I keep the heroes in the air, the auras turn off, which was obviously absolute trash. So in my head it looks like I'm winning this battle. Indeed I am winning this battle. But as you can see, it was still pretty close. I mean, I'm not winning by a lot of units, and I do have far superior hero levels. You'd think I'd win by a bit of a bigger margin, but whatever. Dreadlord dies. DK in the air. Damn, those ghouls are strong, man. Man, I hate ghouls. So DK nearly died, but he cleverly bought a portal this time. So the DK gets away. But as you can see, it's only level 3. So I'm 100% sure now that a hero when it's in the air gets no experience. It must be true, otherwise that DK would be much higher than level 3 after killing all those Dryads and Druid of the Talons. So as you can see, I've expanded to a main as I said I would. And as you can see, if you just look at his expansion, it's only got 750 gold. So his expansion will blow up at the same time as his main, or slightly quicker. Ooh, I find more creeps. Excellent. So level 6 Keeper of the Grove, nearly level 7 now, and a nearly level 6 Demon Hunter. So I'm just moving that Keeper of the Grove out of experience range. Try and get that Demon Hunter up to level 6. And as you can see, I needed to rebuild the Ancient of the Wind there. So I'm not going to build 2, don't need 2, just make them full time from 1, since I've got all the upgrades for them. You don't really need 2. 1 is enough, and the 2 lures will give me enough of an army. So just constant Dryads and constant Druid of the Talons from 1. And he's just doing all ghouls. But unfortunately for him, his hero levels are far too low.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
So level 6 Demon Hunter now, and that will give me Metamorphoses. And his ghouls have also got 3/3 in upgrades, 3 attack, 3 armor. I'm still not 100% sure what really is the best Knight Elf Order versus an undead player who does nothing but ghouls. It's quite a tricky one. It seems any choice you kind of make is fraught with danger. Maybe this kind of army that I've got just now, with maybe just a 1 or 2 Chimera in it, and try and keep that Dreadlord in the air so it can't just sleep the Chimera. Maybe that would be the best army makeup. Maybe I'll experiment with that later. But here we go, I'm going to fight. Kinda very bad position here because I'm having to fight this stupid creep at the same time. So I'm turning on Immolation. And I don't have very many Druid of the Town, so I can't really keep his heroes in the air forever. Keeping the Tranquility going, and he's now managed to sleep that Demon Hunter, and he's now targeting the Keep of the Grove. It's got 3 healing scrolls, so I'm just going to use them all. Try and let his ghouls target that for as long as possible, but it is going to die. Boy oh boy. That's ridiculous, isn't it? Far superior heroes and everything, but yet it still kinda works out okay for him. Man oh man. Kinda lucky that his hero levels are so low, otherwise I would maybe lose this game. So he's going to get away with his 2 heroes. But again, he didn't really get a lot of experience from them because they were in the air for a lot of the time.
By the great wind.
So uprooting that Tree of Eternity so I can get another expansion, and rebuilding that Keep of the Grove, which is going to take forever to rebuild.
The great outdoors.
But I realise his expansion mine has probably exploded, and he's going to be in a bit of trouble for gold. So it's now time to find his new expansion. Oh, and as you can see, he actually has already started it below his main. But again, at one of the small expansions, he really should be expanding to a main, and he is doing that now, but it's kinda too late for him. And he himself is looking for my expansions. He's trying to find something to do, but very risky what he's doing here, because I could easily bump into him. So I find his expansion, which is very good because it is his only source of income at this point. And it looks like he's going to see my expansion and surrender. At least I think that's what he's going to do, because there's not much time left. He sees it. No, what's going to happen is we're going to meet and we're going to fight, and then he's going to surrender. Yep. I think he's going to lose his heroes. Cyclone DK, and he will lose his Dreadlord. Oops. No, his Dreadlord's going to get away, so I'm targeting his Death Knight, I think. Am I? Yep. So rather than screw around, he's definitely going to surrender before those heroes die, rather than give me the satisfaction of killing them. Aren't you? Oh, Keep of the Grove, Entangle. He's going to give me the satisfaction. Thank you. Good game. Yep. Very dangerous running around without portals. I mean, just think, if he'd had a portal there, he could have portaled home, and just waited, saved up a lot of ghouls, let the expansion at 12 o'clock finish, and just wait until we had a lot of ghouls again. Maybe the next battle might have worked out better for him, but he's kind of just thrown it away there. Oops. So that was a good game, and I hope you enjoyed that one as well. Pretty interesting stuff. So, good game, and I'll see you for the next one. Goodbye.